Dear Pixie, you asked us. The truthers are being silenced at the moment across social media. What will be the outcome of this? Are we all at risk of losing our platforms and no longer being able to spread the message and deliver truth to humanity? What can we do? We would respond by saying that there is an attempt to silence those starseeds with the loudest voices and the widest reach who stand in opposition to their agenda. The truthers that you speak of are not actually being silenced. The attempt is being made, but it will not be successful. The energetics within the field, that which we would call positive polarized frequency, is predominant within your dimension. Therefore, only that which matches the frequency of your dimension has longevity. The dissolution of the process of the veils has created a situation whereby actions, thoughts, words, and deeds that align with the negatively polarized frequency are dissolving. We are aware that this process is not tangible to a great many individuals upon your planet. The dissolving, destructuring, and dismantling of the core negative structures within the fourth dimension has been occurring for some time, and the match to this is now filtering into the third dimension. There are those who can see this dissolution we speak of, but one has to look behind the scenes, if you will. What we are saying here, as we have said before, is that there is a flip back into positive polarized frequency from that which was created with negatively polarized intention. We cannot say that all negatively polarized intention will flip, but those that do flip into positive polarization are the majority of negatively polarized intentions. The few remaining negatively polarized intentions that actually manifest within physicality are held in place by a magical structure. This magical structure has to use far more concentration and power than has been the case in the past upon your planet, due to the predominantly positively polarized frequencies. This action takes much focus. This action is not sustainable for long periods, and it has a side effect, shall we say, that of burning itself out. Therefore, the service to self factions, those that you call cabal, Illuminati, global elite, or deep state, have to be very choosy as to which machination they lend their focus to. Many machinations are seeded, but only a small minority can manifest to fruition, and those that do have the burnout side effect we speak of. This is a frustrating situation for the service to self groups. In times of old, the inverted matrix held fast, and the dark magic was easy to create and sustain. In those times, it was the service to others, magicians of light, who had to create the energies and structures needed to sustain the positively polarized intentions and creations, as the dense frequency was fully third dimensional and holding separation and duality as its core frequencies. Now, in your year of 2018 and continuing forward, as critical mass has been reached and that marker point has moved beyond critical mass, it is the positive polarization that is the predominant fabric of reality upon your Earth. These much lighter fifth dimensional frequencies, now well anchored upon your planet, superimposing the higher Gaia grid stream into the Earth, hold unity and the Holy Trinity at their core. The magicians of light are now the ones who are the masters of the elements. They are the ones who create the Gaia reality. The magic of light is easy, flowing, and sustainable. The Dark Ones knew this time would come. They were forewarned of this time. Within the dark factions, there were those who ran scared, and they would say, "What shall we do? What shall we do when the polarization occurs? What shall we do at the time of the switching of the poles of reality? The great pole shift that shall occur when we move into alignment with the galactic core." And the Dark Ones within the fourth dimension would answer, "You must arm yourselves well in advance. You must take the technologies needed so you are far in advance of those that carry the light codes. They will know too what is coming, so you must confuse them well in advance so they do not understand even themselves and what they are." And so did the Dark Ones well in advance gather their technologies and begin to mislead you with talk of end-of-the-world destruction through the literal pole shifting and matter-antimatter merge Armageddon apocalypse. They misled you with technology, and they misled you with science. Indeed, they misled you with religion. So the light, seeing the machination in place and watching the dark seeds grow, did plant seeds of light. And the seeds of light were the Indigo radars, the code within the Indigo being that would recognize the falsehood immediately and would reject the control structure out of hand, even to the detriment of him or herself. And the strength of the Indigo code did grow and did multiply. And the seeds of light were the crystal beacons, the code within the crystal being that would project humility, service, unconditional love, and compassion. Together, the Indigo revolution and the crystal wave did balance one another, and the codes for truth were placed like pieces of a jigsaw in this place, and in this place, and in this place, hidden away from detection, until such time as the Indigo rising would occur, and the crystal memories would come online, and the pieces of the jigsaw would fit together, and the picture as a whole would be presented to the light bearers, the starseeds, the magicians of light. And the light did send their greatest Indigo warriors and crystalline priests from the temple, they that were adepts. They that had done this over and over again, walked the same mission upon many worlds, travelling here, travelling there, experts at their job. They, the travellers, the dream weavers, the wanderers. These are the ones we call the starseeds, the ones you refer to as truthers. They will not be silenced now that their codes are activated and that they are fully online. The Dark Ones did say, "They are no match for our technologies or our webs of illusion." Yet there were those Dark Ones who remained afraid, for they knew the power of unconditional love, of forgiveness, and of compassion. So the dark deeds they created were dark as dark could be, so that surely no compassion, no forgiveness, no unconditional love could ever be found for the deeds as dark could be. And indeed, there are the starseeds now that carry the fire of anger for the deeds as dark could be. And the fires of anger fan the flames of the dark deeds, aiding the dark magicians in sustaining the few negatively polarized machinations into manifestation. Yet, so too are there starseeds who hold infinite compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. For the codes of light fired so strong within the memory matrix that they knew the importance of these living ascended masters. The ascended masters that are the group soul frequencies of compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. And these starseeds who heal the grids and hold fast to the ascension timeline are the ones that throw great waters on the flames of the dark deeds, and build the crystal structures of truth and light wherever they may go. These starseeds, who hold the keys of compassion and activate the codes of the law of one, they hold fast the fabric of the positively polarized matrix fields. They are those that control the elements, and they are the ones who flipped the poles. They created the pole shift you now experience. They instinctively knew how to alchemize the poles within themselves: male-female, crown chakra, root chakra, Christos Sophia, matter-antimatter. Who are these starseed alchemists of crystalline light? Who are they? Why, they are you. They are you, of course. You who listen now to these words and allow the codes within, from we, the white-winged collective consciousness of 9, to trigger the fires of memory and knowing within you. We, the white-winged collective consciousness of 9, we trigger the fires of memory and knowing within you now. You say to us, the truthers are being silenced at the moment across social media. We say to you, an attempt is being made to silence the truthers, but this will not be the case. It is not possible to do so. Regardless of the service to self technologies and confusing inverted matrix illusions, it is not possible to silence the codes of the Indigo revolution. You ask us, what will be the outcome of this? And the response to this is that this attempt will not succeed. There are many pathways, many timelines, many potentials that the outcome may manifest within. But in each quantum reality, within the positively polarized Gaia grid that you experience, the outcome is the same. The attempt to silence the starseeds shall not succeed. You ask us, are we all at risk of losing our platforms and no longer being able to spread the message and deliver truth to humanity? We would say to you that the platforms may shift and change as the starseeds find a new way or reinvent their platforms, for there will always be a back door. Those that guide you will lead you to this back door. It is the fail-safe code that has been placed within every crystalline code system. The message will be delivered and heard, and the truth will be known. This is the outcome, no matter the pathway or the timeline or the quantum reality. The keys of compassion and the law of one are the very fabric of the ascension timeline, the codes of which are held within the streams of compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. You ask us, what can we do? We say to you, remember who you are. You are master magicians. You carry the light for crystalline change. You are the ones that control the elements. You create the pole shift. You hold time and space in the palm of your hands. You are powerful as one individual and insurmountable when you unite. This is your key. Unite. United you stand. Not as an army on the attack with retribution in mind, or defense through fear and victim-savior mentality, but as a wave of change, the stand for change through truth and justice. This is the Indigo way, the Indigo revolution, aided in equality through the compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love of the crystal wave. This is your pole shift. This is your Indigo revolution. This is your crystalline change. This is your ascension timeline. Hold fast, stand strong. It is done. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. We are now at a time in our planetary evolution known as ascension. Those individuals we can call starseeds are currently in their millions and are collectively going through this awakening process. In this book, the 9 bring forward memory triggers designed to act as a catalyst into the awakening process. They present a model of working with the individualized matrix field, known also as the Merkaba, through matrix architecture, Merkaba magic, and the golden triad of ascension, presenting an in-depth analysis and explanation of the twin flame consciousness and how this relates to the ascension, as well as providing triggers to the collective memory experience known as Atlantis. This transmission is designed to trigger your multidimensional memory as you begin the construction of the Merkaba matrix and embrace the inner archetype of the architect. The triggers contained within this material are there to assist you in accessing the codes for the new formation of the original crystalline DNA matrix. I, Magenta Pixie, am so happy to present this transmission to you from the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. Divine architecture and the starseed template.